Shocking news is coming out of Sokoto State right now, and this story is developing very fast. So let me break it down for you because the details are absolutely wild. Just yesterday afternoon in Tudunwada community, which is part of Sabonbilni local government area in Sokoto State, suspected gunmen connected to Bello Turji stormed the village in broad daylight and killed the village head in the most brutal way possible by beheading him. Reports from security analyst Bakatsine on social media confirm that this attack happened on Sunday afternoon, and residents are now living in total fear because these gunmen just walked in during daylight like they owned the place. Now, here is where this gets even more interesting and where we need to connect the dots. Bello Turji, the notorious bandit leader who has been terrorizing communities across Sokoto and Zamfara states for years, is actually alive despite all the rumors you might have heard. Just a few days ago, on December 28, fact-checkers confirmed that reports claiming Turji was killed in United States airstrikes were completely false. Security expert Zagazola Makama did proper investigations and found out that Turji is very much alive and has actually relocated to Dubagale, which is north of Dan Adama village in Sabonbioni, about 25 kilometers from the Niger Republic border. So all those people celebrating his supposed death need to know that this dangerous man is still out there operating. Speaking of those airstrikes, let me tell you what happened on Christmas night because this is where the Trump connection comes in. President Donald Trump ordered United States military strikes against what he called ISIS terrorist camps in Sokoto State. The strikes were carried out using Tomahawk missiles fired from Navy vessels and Reaper drones with 16 precision munitions hitting targets in the Bauni forest of Tangaza area. Trump said these strikes were meant to protect Christians who he claims are being killed in Nigeria, and he even called it a Christmas present to terrorists. The Nigerian government, through Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga, confirmed they gave approval for these strikes and said they were targeting ISIS enclaves being used to plan large-scale terrorist attacks. But here's the thing that has many people confused, including residents of villages that were affected by the airstrikes. In Jabo village in Tamboa district of Sokoto State, debris from the missiles fell near their only medical facility, and residents like Sulaiman Kagara told reporters they have never seen ISIS or any terrorist groups operating in their peaceful community where Christians and Muslims live together without problems. State lawmaker Bashar Issa Jabo also confirmed that Jabo has no known history of ISIS, Lakurawa, or any terrorist groups in the area. So there's a big question about whether the right targets were actually hit or if innocent communities are caught in the middle of something bigger. Now, back to Bello Turji, because this is where revenge might be playing a role. Remember I told you about the beheading of the village head in Tudunwada? Well, just a few weeks ago in early December, Nigerian military forces killed one of Turji's most important lieutenants, named Kalamu Buzu, during an operation in Sabonbioni. Reports said Turji was absolutely devastated by this loss, and he threatened revenge, even blaming another one of his lieutenants for the mistakes that led to Kalamu's death. Kalamu had been terrorizing residents in that area for years, collecting levies for Turji and attacking rice farmers. So when he was killed along with 10 other bandits, residents actually celebrated because they had been living in fear for so long. Security sources described Kalamu's death as a major blow to Turji's network because Kalamu controlled over 100 armed fighters and was operating from Dogonzango Forest, launching raids on multiple communities. When the military killed him on December 9th along with another lieutenant named Dan Jasugaba, community leaders warned that people should remain alert because Turji would likely seek revenge. And now, less than 2 weeks later, we are seeing this brutal beheading of a village head in the same Sabonbioni area. The timing is very suspicious, and many are wondering if this attack on Tudunwada is Turji's way of getting back at communities for cooperating with security forces. Bello Turji has a long history of revenge attacks, and he has openly said he believes Fulani people are being targeted unfairly. He claims his actions are reprisals against attacks on Fulani headers, but security experts and residents say he is really motivated by greed and vengeance. Since early this year, Turji has been on the run from military operations, but his group has continued killing farmers, abducting people, and demanding huge protection fees from communities, sometimes as much as 50 million naira just to let farmers go back to their land. The Nigerian Army Chief Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyade had vowed back in February that they would eliminate Turji soon and said he should keep running because it is only a matter of time before he is removed from space. Despite intense military pressure, including the killing of Turji's son in January and several of his commanders throughout the year, Turji's men have remained deadly and active. They abducted a newlywed bride and 4 bridesmaids in December last year, burned vehicles with passengers inside, attacked mosques, and displaced thousands of people from their homes. His pattern is to strike back whenever he feels wronged, and this latest beheading fits that pattern perfectly. If you are finding this story interesting and you want to stay updated on what is happening in Nigeria, make sure you hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any breaking news, because this situation is still developing and we will bring you updates as more information comes in. Right now, residents of Tudunwada and surrounding communities are living in absolute fear after watching their village head being killed in such a brutal way. The military has been making gains against Turji's network, but clearly he still has the capability to strike back hard. Northern women's groups have even been calling on Turji to surrender and give peace a chance, but so far he has shown no signs of stopping. The reality is that insecurity in northwest Nigeria has been getting worse, with thousands of people killed and thousands more abducted, with billions of naira paid in ransoms. What do you think is the solution to this crisis? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us have that conversation, because this affects all of us as Nigerians.